Welcome to Boss Up Babes, helping babes show up, boss up, and thrive. With #1 best-selling author, global influencer, and ultimate boss babe, Karissa Adkins. Karissa is a health and wellness expert and CEO of the 365 Daily Hustle, here to help mompreneurs and career-focused women boss up and reclaim their healthiest life. She is a pro at cutting through the BS and inspiring massive breakthroughs that help women create healthy routines and habits that facilitate personal and professional growth. Are you ready to reclaim your best life, take action, and be a badass boss babe? Let's get to it.
What's up, queens? Hello, boss babes. How are you today? Whew, what an amazing week since we had our show last week. So many good ideas and creative thoughts have come up and come my way. There's just so much expansion and growth happening in my business and my personal life. More on that next week. I can't wait to share all of what's happening and going on. But what's up, and welcome to the Boss Up Babes show. We are a weekly show dedicated to all you entrepreneurs, innovators, hustlers, personal development junkies, and total badass women who are just looking to show up, boss up, and really thrive in their life, health, in their business. I like to think when I'm in a category for podcasting or TV, I'm like, this is the ultimate personal development channel because I bring on so many amazing guests. I brought back Sonja Foss back from a couple weeks ago. I had her on and I was blown away. And I'm like, okay, now I want to dive into really I want people to see and hear what you do. And so, of course, we brought her back on. But if you ever have any questions, you guys know you could just send me a DMs. You can, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, I answer all of them personally. So if you ever want to see a topic come on, if you're really stuck in a place in your life or your business or your health, drop me a message. I'd love to bring on an expert or just tackle on the topic myself. So I will fair warn everyone, today's show is 100% different and it's a different format. I mentioned I'm going to let Sonja just kind of take over and I'm going to introduce her here in a minute. But you guys, it is so important to get outside of your comfort zone so that we can grow. And I am really doing this today. If you have a podcast show out there, if you run a meeting, whether it's a board meeting or like a team meeting, you know how weird it is to allow someone else to kind of flip the script on you, ask you the questions, and you're like, oh, what's going on? But that's what's happening today. You know, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I had her on and we really talked about Sonja's journey and how she found her calling and her purpose and what she does as a coach. And I was so intrigued. I'm like, yeah, I'll boss up and do it. So that's what today's show is all about. So with that, I want to introduce our amazing guest back onto Boss Up Babes. Sonja, the Oracle, is a successful CEO, founder of a 6+ figure international company, Oracle Trainings Incorporated, that's the name of it. And she is doing something that society thinks might be a bit out of the box. Abram Hicks on steroids, if you will, because she not only channels source, similar to Easter Hicks, which, you know, she helps people align the infinite abundance, but actually clears you from all of your blocks, keeping you from your purpose, wealth, and ways really to boss up your freedom and your joy. So with that, Sonja, welcome back to the Boss Up Babe show.
I'm stoked to be here, Karissa. Like super stoked to get started with you. Thank you so much for letting this happen because you know what? This is pretty rare and a unique and a special way for people to be exposed to this experience. And it takes courage. It takes a lot of courage. So I commend you for that.
Absolutely. I was literally
bossing up.
That is what the boss up version of me does, right? She takes courageous actions and steps. She steps into the fear of the unknown and just says, screw it, I got myself. If not, the universe has my back. So I have no reason to doubt anything. I have no reason to be fearful, you guys. And I'm like this, we're making this sound probably bigger than what it is and scaring some people. But yeah, what a unique and interesting way to kind of allow you to show off your expertise and allow me to just be the client, right? Be the girl in the hot seat. So with that, I'm going to completely flip the script, let you take over the Boss Up Babe show. And yeah, I'm all yours.
Alrighty. So one of the number one reasons people get referred to me is specifically because they're typically mission-driven entrepreneurs. So they have a calling, like they've had a download, they've had some sort of spiritual awakening where it's like, wait a second, what am I doing with my life? I've been shown this grand vision for what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be on stages. I'm supposed to be gathering groups of people. I'm supposed to be healing people. I'm supposed to be deepening my connection with source. But then they sit on it and they don't know how to get started. And then they start doubting and questioning and fearing what it is that they've been shown. And there can be a lot of, you talked about it, there can be a lot of like, okay, withdrawing from that, somebody else can do that, going back to my comfort zone, same day, in and out, in and out, in and out, right?
Yeah.
But we kind of like all of a sudden when people spend time with me, and sometimes it can be as quick as 10 minutes, sometimes it can go on for about 90 minutes, and sometimes people's curiosity are piqued to the brim and they realize that for them to remain in complete alignment with their purpose, with their mission of healing the world, having a huge impact, really aligning with frequencies in a way that they're cultivating this energy from within, they take the deep dive and they join the mastermind. They go into the coaching with me one-on-one. So today, what we're actually going to do, I'm going to structure it for you and for the listeners and those who are watching right now, and share the fact that I am not in charge of this. We are 100% surrendering to Source's guidance right now. So Source Energy, the creator of all existence, right? Like not many of us take a moment to actually sit down and think about how miraculous and magical it is that we're actually on a planet spinning in outer space. Who put us here and why are we here, right? We are all here for a reason. So what I actually channel are those energies that created us all. And I close my eyes, I take a few breaths. There will be a bit of silence just to, plug that in, just to let people know that we slow down. We don't speed up, we slow down here. And we really connect to those higher frequencies of peace and joy and freedom and love. I'm going to ask you for your permission to connect with you energetically and spiritually. And then we are going to take a deep dive with Source. You can ask any question you want. What is my true purpose? Is my business aligned with my purpose? How do I get to the next level of my revenue? How do I create the impact? How do I actually become the person that I'm meant to be, that I was born to be, not the person that I'm afraid of being, but the woman that lives inside of me, who's totally in alignment with the little girl that lives inside of her, that lives in this like more of like this spiritual purpose that is also inside of her, and really allow that to unfold, right? So we are gonna just get started. How does that sound?
I'm so excited, actually. Let's do this.
This is officially the hot seat. And just so you know, this is something that is available, the one-on-one, and it's what makes this like this particular service so unique, that it is accessible, right? So just plugging that for you and for your listeners. Okay, so again, anchoring the root, opening the crown, taking a few breaths, and here we go. We are here, we are present, we are infinite, we are eternal, and we are here to serve you. We are here to connect with you, but we do not do so without your permission. Karissa, do we have your permission to connect with you energetically and spiritually today?
Yes.
Thank you. To do so, we say an ancient prayer of an ancient language called Sanskrit. It invokes the power of the cosmic Christ, those warriors of light who are non-physical, your angels, your guides, all those protecting you on your path as you chart through this world. We call upon them to protect our connection, but also all that we are doing and all those who are listening today. Hear the words, but more so, lean into the energy behind the words. Krim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopichana Vallabhaya Swaha. Krim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopichana Vallabhaya Swaha. Krim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopichana Vallabhaya Swaha. In all things pure and holy and of the light, we are with you. You may feel free to relax a little more in your legs, in your hips, in your glutes. Breathe your shoulders up to your ears and allow yourself to soften. This is your show. You are the boss up, babe. And surrendering and softening into this experience will allow you so much more clarity. What, if anything, are we able to assist you with today?
Oh, goodness. I would just love to confirm that I am on the right path to helping millions of women break free from all their unhealthy habits around health and mindset, negative thoughts, etc. I just want to make sure that I am on the right path so that I can impact millions.
As you know, when people realize that they are unhappy, they usually look outside of themselves, true? They look at the contours and the shapes of their bodies. They sometimes wake up with very, very poor health, fatigue, unwellness. And it comes along the lines of some form of misery, a relationship breakdown, feeling unfulfilled in their roles, not knowing who they are, not knowing how to feel fulfilled and truly connected to all that they have committed themselves to. This starts to show up in their unhappiness starts to show up in their health issues, extra weight, dis-ease, disharmony of one form or another, not knowing how to take themselves out of the loop. You are someone who is able to connect with these women because your heart too has hurt in the past. There are still parts of you wondering and doubting, is this really for me? Am I really serving these people the way that they mostly need it? And our question to you is this: do you see results with your clients?
Yes.
Do they wind up feeling happy and free?
Yes.
Do they reclaim their health
Absolutely.
and a sense of their own identity?
Yeah. They find themselves. They find their voice.
You are a wonderful curator of being able to hold space for so many on an emotional journey. You are someone who is able to pick up the pieces from, say, Humpty Dumpty falling down and putting it back together, just like a Japanese teacup, filling in the broken lines with gold, showing these women how unique and special and beautiful and rare they are. Now the question is, you are a master at this. You are wonderful at this. It brings you so much joy, but you yourself realize there's a missing link. True?
True.
There's something that you are wanting to expand, you are wanting to scale, you are wanting to rise up, you are wanting to bring up the energy of the masses, of the collective, and bring everyone into harmony, everyone into oneness, in joy, in freedom of breaking these patterns and habits. To do so, dear one, how much time do you spend daily in oneness? What does oneness mean? How are you connected to all that there is? Finding the time to be with the vibration of we are. We are, not I am, but we are rising. I am part of all of this. I am part of the collective. I am one who is showing others where to get nourished. Just like roots underneath the earth of trees that reach out to one another and share nutrients and water. When one tree is suffering, the other tree offers resources. You are that tree bringing water to the thirst. And so, recognizing that you are not separate, that your role is to bring nourishment in the soul, to bring nourishment in the heart, to bring nourishment into the thoughts of all of these women you already serve as a master. Recognizing within yourself, I am whole, I am complete, I am one with all that there is. I am connected to all of these women, and they are finding me for their nourishment. I am like the mother tree, and I am only a few steps ahead. I am showing the way, but I am not separate. I am here for them all. I am nourishing them. Finding this vibration of this oneness, of this we are, will allow you to expand through your consciousness, expand through your energy, expand through your vibration. That is going to seal the deal. That is going to allow you to connect. In that awareness, you will realize there are no more missing links. It is whole, it is complete, it is done. You are on path, you are on purpose. Spending more time with oneness is our suggestion to you to feel into the energy. We are going to say goodbye now. There are other ways that we can be of service, of clearing blocks, understanding different energies attached to different thoughts, emotions, and belief systems that are like turning on a light switch, eliminating you of any shadow of doubt, and being vibrant, being light for all. We love you. We wish you well on this journey. Goodbye.
I knew I should have had tissues by me. I always feel the feels.
How was that for you?
It was so comforting, honestly. As like a soul-led entrepreneur, I care so deeply. And I'm always searching, right? Like, how can I be bigger? How can I impact more and whatnot? But it was just so beautiful to just sit and to be reassured. It's rare when the coach gets reassured that you're on the right path, you're doing great. You know, and then the advice, I'm like, man, I spend an hour with Source and myself and just diving in every single morning, Monday through Friday. But I'm thinking, how can I, like, there's that scary word, how much more time should I be giving? How much more can I dedicate to being as, that the source, what, the guidance that I received. It was beautiful. Thank you. And I felt
You're so welcome.
like warm.
Yes.
I felt warm. I felt my mom sitting there with me.
It's really amazing. Just a couple of weeks ago, I led a spiritual retreat for a number of different spiritual healers, women who are entrepreneurs as shamans and Reiki masters and white witches and mediums, and all of this part of our world and society where we're really starting to gather together and look for guidance together. But it's so interesting that every single one of us touched on the fact that we all have blind spots. And what I can do for other people, which is different, every single person I channel for is completely different, and every single person always gets what they need. But do I don't channel for myself. The women that were there, the shaman woman, she channels animal spirits for other women, her clients, her patients. Does she do it for herself? No. Does the medium, is she able to channel and get messages for herself? No. We need one another. And to come back to that, I like the visualization that they offered of tree roots. Like you are truly nourishing women. You are giving them water when they are thirsty and they are searching. They're searching for you. And so spending time in the we are, rather than the I am. We are one. I am here to help us all. We are one is the key.
I love that. I love that. We are. I like actually can't wait to like share this episode. I gotta get a piece of paper to write all that down. I don't like what's coming up, but like to share this episode with my current clients and to I feel like all of that goodness, I've not been able to come up with wording for it. When people are like, well, but what do you do? I'm like, yeah, it's so strategic. That's like the masculine energy. And I'm like, well, I do X, Y, and Z. But really, I love that I'm like, I nourish women's bodies. They tap into my confidence when they don't have it. They tap into my motivation when they don't feel it. And I'm nourishing them back. And I just loved the tree image, like clear, even just listening back to you like do it, I was like, oh yes, I love that.
Have you read, so they called you the mother tree, right? They called you the mother tree in this. And there's one book that comes to mind that I feel would really, really anchor this for you. And it's called The Secret Life of Trees. And it's about how trees communicate with one another. It's one of the ways that I'm able to communicate with trees and spirits and the earth and the rock and the stars and everything that there is. They literally are always sharing energy, and they do communicate with one another. And all you need to do is feel that energy, and those searching for you will be finding you.
Yeah. I must be doing like on the right path to this, because as my business grows and as I scale as a coach, right at the beginning, I feel that coaches are out there and we have to like go out and find clients, like find leads, if you will. And over the last 6 months, I mean, women that I would have never, I'm not even out. I'm attracting them naturally is, I guess what I'm getting at. It feels so good to feel like I'm in alignment and to know that like women are like, hey, could you help me? And I'm like, where did you even come from? Like, where's the 7 touches that, that I had to do with you? And they didn't, right? They're like, I just came across your name. I don't know how or what or why, but let's have this call. And I'm like, okay. And it's just, that's so beautiful. I'm definitely going to go to Amazon. I'm a book junkie. So I'm going to have to get that book and add it to the lineup. Thank you. Yeah.
You're so welcome.
Yeah. Any other advice you'd want to give me before we close out a show?
Well, I would love to connect again. Like, let's just keep doing it. I could do this all day long. But there's never it's really interesting how subtle the shifts can be,
Mm-hmm.
right? Of like sometimes we think that the solution is outside of us. What can I do, right, to achieve more? But it's really, who can I be?
Mm-hmm.
And what is the energy that I'm emitting into the universe?
I love that. Thank you. Thank you. And to the listeners, any last quick little tip that you would want to give them?
Believe in the fact that you are here for a reason. And ultimately, freedom, joy, and love is all that there is. And it's literally a decision away.
Thank you, Sonja. With that, where can women find you if they are listening? They're like, I need a whole session like this. Because I assume your normal.
You know what? They can call me 250-644-1534.
I love that. Y'all write that down one more time, Sonja. Say it out.
250-644-1534. Call or text me Monday to Friday, mostly, pretty please.
Yes. Honor her boundaries, y'all. So Sonja, again, thank you so much for being such a beautiful guest on the show. Thank you for blessing me with that amazing wisdom. I'm going to take it to heart. I'm just going to really sink that in. I'm going to replay it over and over and over again until I really get what I need out of it. And with that, you guys, I am America's Boss Up Babe. I'm a high performance coach providing health, mindset, and life coaching mentorship to women. If you are tired of playing small and you know you're meant for more, but you feel that your lack of energy and your health is kind of holding you back from that next level of greatness, I want to encourage you to book that free 15-minute Get Fit Clarity call with me. The link is below in the resources. I will, of course, put Sonja's information and resources down below. But women like Sonja and I, we work with women who are ready, right? Ready to take action, ready to boss up to that next level of greatness. So if that's you, reach out to either one of us. And with that, ladies, stay awesome.
Thank you for listening to Boss Up Babes with Karissa Adkins, bringing you tangible tips and expert coaching advice to help you boss up and get healthy. Tune in every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com for interviews with industry leaders and powerhouse boss babes that will empower you to take action and live your best life. If you're ready to boss up and work with Karissa in one of her transformative group coaching programs, visit 365dailyhustle.com.